Much for watching this video and welcome back to the new video. So this is going to be the new module for learning the SQL. A great resource in terms of documentation for SQL is on W3School, and head over to the W3School.com /SQL You can see all of the SQL syntax being documented here, and it is really, really good guide on getting familiar with this essentially now programming language. The way the SQL works is you have these keywords such as select, from, and let me show you some others as well. And select from or create or table, and you tend to write these are in uppercase, and using this SQL we can create tables, manipulate them, update and destroy, and etc. The simply thing you're gonna use is create, read, update, destroy. In the database lingo, it's known as CRUD. CRUD. C for create, R for read, U for update, D for destroy. So for every single database, the first thing to do is to get yourself used to doing CRUD using that particular DB. So let's try out by using SQL. So let's get to the SQLiteonline.com. Here you go. This is you gotta get head to this location. This is a web that creates a playground environment which allows you to try out using a SQLite database and to get a familiar with some of the query language and just see how it works. Check out the documentation in W3 School. Here are lots of different things you can do to store out a product. If you scroll down through you will find a section called SQL Create Table. Let's go. SQL Create Table. Here you go. Let's go to the location. Let's click here and you'll see syntax to create a table. The create table statement is used to create a new table in a database. This is a syntax. We're gonna be using the keywords create and table name is gonna given by user, and what is it called? Parentheses, set of parentheses, and inside them we're gonna use column name and the type of the data it is. Column name, data type, column name, data type. How many we want. So 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 let's head back to the SQLite.com. You'll see SQL data types. Uh, First of all, you understand right this one. So we're gonna talk about data types. Where are they? It'll be hard for us to find some things like this. Here you go. Let's talk about SQL data types. The most commonly used ones are these such as string or text or characters of a particular site. So if you said cat size 255, let me show you. Here you go. Cat size 255. Then it can only store up to 255 characters, and you can limit your data in the way. If you scroll down to the number data type, let's go numeric data type. Sure. Whatever I just want to say. You can see on you can see these are really applicable to us, such as let me tell you, those are bit tiny smallest integer, big int decimal, and numeric small money money. This one's most frequently used one, and integer as well and float as well. Those were very important. Let's say the data format is price is gonna be money. So let's go to the and create a new. We have already specified. Create table. These are the keywords and the table name. I'm going to give orders or products and the set of parentheses. And inside these parentheses, I'm going to give ID is a column name and ID needs to be an integer, right? Int int and next one is name. I've already told you most frequently used one is string and other one is price. This is going to I'm going to give money data type. So this is all there is. So let's say that data for price is going to be money. Here you go. I've already done the final thing that we're going to be add in our schema or the structure of our table is something is called primary key. Let's go to this SQL documentation and check out where the primary key is. This will be top. Hmm, unique having union full inner between Birdman and here. Here's the one. Here you find a section on SQL primary keys, and what this does is it allows a particular column to be uniquely identify each record in a database. So that means that this record here, the name of so whatever, it will be identify a single row of data. So you'll understand when I create a table entirely. So let's check out how we give primary key to a particular field. The primary key, if you don't understand what I'm saying, you just can read out the documentation to understand. So I guess you may don't understand. You'll understand fully when you read the documentation. And here you can see there's a table that name is person and primary key ID, and there you can see there's a rule for the primary key. Primary key must contain unique values and it cannot contain null values. If I wanted to be our ID as a primary key, it cannot be null. That's why we're gonna be used not null. And you can find that as well. That means it makes sure the value entered by the user, that is ID, um, cannot be null. That is why we are going to use this one. So for the same thing, I'm going to use for the ID is not null, not null. And I'm going to give primary key, and here you can see the way he gave the primary key, this one. So we got to use this keywords primary key and set up parentheses inside the field name prime primary key, open parenthesis, and ID and close parenthesis. And when I click the run button, you can see it was success, so that's why it's not showing any errors. If I wanted to, you just can press here and select show table. This will show the table. Here you can see there were total three, um, and there isn't any data inserted, not inserted yet. And so everything is empty now. So let's learn how to insert the data into the database. So let's head back to the documentation in W3SCHOOL and open uh, insert table. I mean insert into table. Check out the insert method that will be here. That's SQL insert into. What this will do is it will enable the user to insert the data into the database. There's a two possible ways to write it. If you wanted to insert data into a certain fields, then you will use this syntax. If you wanted to insert the data into the entire table or entire fields, I mean all fields, you're gonna use this one. So let me show you how does it work. Let's go ahead and do that for our products table. Let's go to the SQL Online and let's delete this one. And I'm going to use insert into the table name is products. And I just wanted to fill the entire table. So I'm going to use just this one, not open the parenthesis. So, and values. I'm gonna give first one is ID, right? That one needs to be an integer, and the second one is I'm gonna give pen, and that one's the string, right? And third one is money, right? Price is in the form of database is money, so I'm gonna give money as $1.20. So I'm just gonna press the run button. Let's see, everything's fine. So it's been successfully done. Pretty much the same line, and it's single line statement, but you often see it's separated like this to make it easier to read once you check your code. So it's fine. Next thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert a particular item. So before I do, I just wanted to check out, this one. I'm just gonna copy this one, so because you just delete this, and I'm gonna check out the table. How does it? Here you go. Our data has been successfully inserted into that table, and I've already told you there's another way to insert a table. So I'm just going to insert into two columns. So let's go ahead and do that. insert into table name products and column name id comma name and values such as id will be 2 and needs to be unique, right? If I give one id name, that will be in error, and the second one is name is going to be pencil. So let's hit the run. So there aren't any errors, so check out, I'm gonna check out that one. How does it look? Here you go. Price, I haven't entered anything, so that's why there is a null. So that means there isn't anything. So I'll show you another thing as well. Insert into products. I'm going to give name, price, value such as name will be chocolate and price will be 2. When I hit, here you can see there's an error because cannot be null, right? id cannot be null. That is why if I'm not didn't enter anything, if I don't enter anything, that will be null. So it is cannot be null. That's why we encountered an error. So make sure you understand everything. So in this lesson we learned how to insert the data, how to create a table into how to create a table and how to insert the data into the table. So in the next lesson, we are gonna look at how we would read and how we would search through our table and find a particular piece of data. So for all and more, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, bye.